For more on what we can expect from that debate, we're joined by Newzroom Africa's politics editor, Sbu Ngalwa. Sbu, I imagine that they are the obvious big-ticket items that are going to undoubtedly be part of tomorrow's debate.
Of course, Kathy, this is the much-anticipated debate, and it also happens during a time of COVID-19. And we do know that in terms of those topics, that the issue of the Supreme Court replacement becomes a big battle in that debate, because Donald Trump has made it clear that he's going ahead with the nomination of Amy Coney Barrett. And also the Senate leader, the Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, who is a Republican, has also said that this time around, the Senate will go ahead and confirm the candidate. Now, this is in sharp contrast to his position in 2016 when Obama was president. He actually stalled the election of a Supreme Court judge ahead of the election. So that is one issue that will be part of this. Obviously, we do know that America is reeling from over 200,000 deaths as a result of COVID-19, and part of the blame has been placed at the door of President Donald Trump, with many believing that his poor handling of the pandemic is what led to so many deaths, especially if you compare America, the deaths in America and other Western nations. There have been a high number of Americans dying compared to countries like China, and that has been placed at the issue of Donald Trump. And of course, we do know that the issue of police reforms and racial justice in the United States is also one of the topics that will be discussed there. You would recall those who remember those big protests and the violence that followed the death of George Floyd. So those are some of the issues that will be debated. And the good thing about the two candidates from a debating point of view is that they're both diametrically opposed on most of those issues. So it will be a great debate to watch, Kathy.
Of course, one of the things that has already come up, which may cause great contestation even in the overall outcome of this election, is the voting process.
No, obviously, I mean, the reality is that America, like all countries of the world, have been faced with a global pandemic with COVID-19. And what does this mean for this election is the fact that you will have more voters voting by mail as opposed to those turning up at polling stations. And already it has become a political hot potato between the Democrats and the Republicans, because we've heard a number of times President Trump talking about actually how he's opposed to more people voting via mail, saying actually without providing any evidence that this will lead to a rigged election. So the issue of the integrity is also an important one. But also you'll recall that Trump became president around a time when there were issues of allegations of interference by Russia in the 2016 in the election that saw 2016 election that saw Trump elected as president. So the issue of the integrity of the elections becomes a sticking point, obviously, because you do know that America is one country where the issue of voting, the wearing of masks, is a partisan issue, depending on whether you are a Republican or Democrat. So that will be another issue that will be under discussion over in the early hours of tomorrow morning, Kathy.
All right, let's talk about what viewers then of Newzroom Africa can expect during this debate and the analysis that the team will be providing.
From ourselves, myself and Michelle will be there from 3 a.m. in the morning when that debate starts, and we will have guests in studio from Wits University, guests that are coming from the African Center for the Study of the United States. It's two professors, Professor Gilbert Kadiagala and Dr. Bob Wekesa. Those are experts on American policy that will be with us in studio for the post-debate analysis. So the debate is happening between 3 and 4:30 a.m. and then we'll have the post-debate analysis thereafter. And also we will have some crossings with reporters that are in the United States working for the Voice of America, one of them being Caroline Presutti, who will be crossing to us from the United States just to give us a feel of how things are developing on that side. But also we will be talking to some analysts based in the United States about the debate and also how the candidates fared, and looking forward to the second and the third debates.
All right, let's leave it there for now. Politics editor Sbu Ngalwa. Don't forget to catch that debate live on Newzroom Africa. The special broadcast, as we've mentioned, begins at 3 a.m.